Encore une fois, on a réussi à faire quelque chose de différent. C'est magnifique. Punisher.
We're coming at you from beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana, as the Pelicans prepare to take the court. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. So the Pelicans win the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Seattle, Labissiere for Gallinari. Then it's Turner. Then it's Green. And it's Booker in at the point guard.
You can see Drummond's eyes light up once he knew that finish was coming. He didn't waste the chance. Boy, did he get his money's worth on that one.
For three, Booker. A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and other guys like Bogut, even at an advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
Here is Rose, following the score by Miles Turner. Rose kicks to Love. Offensive rebound. Drummond. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Drummond's got his second basket.
And not afraid to say it. If Drummond isn't the best rebounder in the NBA, he's got to be in the top three. That goes for both ends of the floor. Just no way to hold him in check on the board. And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's Drummond. 6 points for him. Down low. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Drummond's got 8 points.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Brown kicks to Love. Hands it from downtown. Love's got his second basket of the night.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Kevin Love's such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
Gallinari brings the double team. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And you can't defend Kevin Love with smaller players. He can take him down on the block.
Well, he can back them up a little bit, Kevin. Then go to either hand. Use the right, use the left, and shoot the jump hook over the top. And then sometimes if he slows himself down, has a great pump fake to draw in the contact.
Now, here is Gallinari. Green, the pass to Turner. Booker against Rose. Just 5 on the clock. They grab their own miss. They kick it out to Green. And there's a foul called on Allen Grant. That's foul number 2 for him.
A little over-aggressive. He's got to dial it back if he wants to stay on the floor. 2 fouls in the first. Tough to overcome.
And Seattle making a change here. Joakim Noah is checked in for Turner. Johnson comes in for Labissiere. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Green, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Booker. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. They find Jay on the way. And Drummond throws it down.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
It's so nice to have the early lead. This is where you want to stick with what's working until somebody shuts you down.
Seattle's shooting their first free throws of the night.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. 1:56 left to play in the first quarter. Mahimi's shot is good.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Gallinari attacking. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Gallinari gathers his rhythm. He simply rises up and nails the interior shot.
And Alvin Gentry, coach under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix, helped install elements of that offensive system with the Golden State Warriors.
Well, tough last year because their point guard missed most of training camp, Drew Holiday, so you try to establish a good offensive continuity during that time of the year, and that didn't exist. The amazing thing under Alvin Gentry is after making a massive trade during the All-Star break, this team got into the top 10 in terms of their defensive rating. That's impressive stuff.
Here's Johnson. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Hill.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Here's Mahimi. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Johnson outside. Down low. It's stolen by Mahimi. And here is Dellavedova. And Baamute dishes to Dellavedova. Mahimi kicks to Dellavedova. And not sure what he was thinking there. Seattle trails by 14. Tries from 7. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. With 1 on the clock.
Well, look how Johnson stretches out the D on that possession.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Pelicans lead by 12. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Seattle trails by 12. Rose is out there with Alan Crabb. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Brown. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Rose. It's rebounded by Noah.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there, but he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Brent, the stretch 4 with 3 and D players, specialties that have emerged over the years. Any other specialties you see becoming a trend?
The one that I see as a trend, Kevin, right now is the redefining of the 5 position. To think about guys like Porzingis, Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, being able to stretch a defense out at the 5 position all the way out to the 3-point line. We're redefining what it means to be a center in the NBA.
I'm sure there are traditional guys that see that and just can't believe what they're watching. Well, guys out there that big and hitting shots.
Yeah, most of those old guys will take back to the home, Kevin. Just enjoy it while you can.
Booker the pass to Beverly. Kicks it out to Booker. Johnson dishes to Labissiere. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Noah. Here's Rose. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And it's really all about the evolution of Derrick Rose, finding out how to be more effective at this stage of his career. And, you know, I think he's done a good job of not relying on his outside shot as much. Still can attack and get to the rim, and it's starting to lead to better results.
And Seattle making a change here. Turner's checked in.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Back to Booker from outside the arc. And no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. For Rose, the outside shot was something that never really recovered after his injuries, Greg, but he is still a dangerous scorer without that tool.
One of the better finishers still at the rim in the league in terms of guards. His decision to go inside more helped bump that field goal percentage up last season. Not everyone can adjust their game, but Rose managed to do it seamlessly.
Pelicans keep it alive. It's a pick by Love. Tipped away. The dish to Crane. A three-pointer, no good. Seattle trails by 13. Johnson kicks to Booker. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Bielitsa, he checks in for Kevin Love. Bangs home the trifecta.
Booker's got great confidence from behind the arc. An awesome outside shot. That was.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
It's a beautiful jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Danny Green, he's checked in for Seattle. New Orleans leading by 12. Here's Rose. And Labissiere sends it back.
And like how aggressive Labissiere is on defense, using that wide frame to turn back shots.
Seattle's shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Grab the pass to Bielitsa. Back to Crab. Clock at 6. The screen from Brown. Off the screen. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Beautiful high release on that jump shot. Green had a guy draped all over him, but his mechanics came through. Alvin Gentry has to be proud that the responsibilities of playing defense for their squad last year was something that they accepted. They went from a bottom 3 team to a top 10 team defensively just last season.
Back to Booker. Outside, Green. Kicks it to Labissiere. From 11 feet away. No good off the front iron.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
To the wing right side. There's Crab with a 3. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And that's his forte. Crab with perfect shot mechanics and tremendous range on that 3.
Green kicks to Booker. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 9 points for Devin Booker.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And a guy like Devin Booker, so deadly. Already at such a young age in this NBA. Brent, the ease in which he scores is something it's hard to find in a player.
Well, it definitely is. And then the idea that you force a young player, Kevin, to take on that kind of load for what you do offensively, averaged 11 shots his rookie year and then up to 18 in his second season. It's tough to sustain that kind of offensive relentlessness throughout the course of an NBA year. He did it last year. We'll see if he can do it again.
And Bielitsa takes to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
The D doing their best on this end, but not enough to stop Gallo there.
Pass to Bielitsa. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Bielitsa's got his first points of the night.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession.
Seattle ball. Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Works for three. And so it's New Orleans. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Right back.
Come on, New Orleans.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so... Seattle trails by 15. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Green is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Labissiere. And it's Turner in at the 5 roaming the paint. Burks kicks to Drummond. Clock at 6. Back to Burks. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it's Drummond missing. And Seattle shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Here's Booker. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Here's Liggins. No good on the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
They look frustrated, 0 for 3. Not how you want to start the third quarter.
And stolen by Booker. Green left side. Back to Booker. Launches a 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Booker's got the first bucket of the third here for Seattle. Here's Drummond. Good work defensively by Turner. Seattle trails by 12. Brent, you certainly grew up around basketball. Your dad was a legend. Your brothers certainly played at a very high level. What kind of advantage do you think that gave you, if any, as your career was progressing?
That's funny, Kevin. I can't get away from it. I'm sitting next to you now and we're watching basketball.
I know it. Here it is.
The advantage, I think, is just absorbing all of that stuff. Maybe on a subconscious level that you're taking in everything about what the profession was going to represent for you if, in fact, you got there, and thank goodness I did.
Well, I always sensed you had a very wide view. Your lens was always wide, capturing as much as you could gather.
Yeah, it was like a 10 to 22 on any camera.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skilled guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
Stauskas is checked in for Seattle. Seattle trails by 11. Puts up a 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And with Drummond, he does play like towering centers of decades past.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't great at moving the ball around or hitting shots from range, but his size and athleticism are elite and one of the best rebounders in our game.
Outside, Green. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And such an important contributor to his team's success over the years. It's amazing that Green was a 2nd-round pick and coming out of a big school at that.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Seattle.
And with D. Rose going through the free agent process this past summer, very different market than when he first signed his big extension back in 2012. But still, there were teams that wanted what he has to offer, and he'll make an impact.
Abs checked in for the Pelicans. On the wing, Johnson. He feeds it to Noah. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Noah's got his 2nd bucket of the night. And for Rose in his free agency, he isn't, Greg, the same player he once was, but he can still run a team, and he can get you some points.
Yeah, and his leadership is a big part of the package now. He can be a good mentor to upcoming guards in an organization, act as kind of that bridge, if you will, for a team, or that missing piece for a franchise looking to make a run.
The offensive rebound. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Yeah, I don't know if any big man has the combination of strength, speed, and hops that Drummond has, not to mention his length, an unreal physical specimen.
Out to the wing. For 3, Stauskas.
Well, you combine his massive size and then his desire to pound the glass, it makes him a tough cover on the board.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
For Seattle, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And Seattle making a change here. Labissiere's checked in.
This is as good as it gets from the charity strike here in the 2nd.
Rose with the ball. There's the pick. Pass to Crabbe. From the arc. The rebound by Johnson. Seattle trails by 14. Green dishes to Beverly. Off target with his 3. New Orleans has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Count it.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the 3rd.
Start it.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. A 2nd-round pick back in 2013, Allen Crabbe didn't play consistent minutes, Brent, until his 3rd season in the NBA.
Yeah, he continues to work, and I think the early part of his career, he got some minutes because he really focused on the defensive end and maybe scoring a little bit, shooting the ball well, took his mindset away from that. We'll see this year if he can be more complete on both ends and still a tremendous offensive weapon.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Love's checked in for Drummond. Brown comes in for Solomon Hill. DeAndre Liggins, he's checked in for Crabb. And it's Bergson for Rose. 4 on the clock. Love the pass to Biyombo. Fires it up. Finds the open look, and it's on target.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And the foul called on Scalabissiere. That is his first foul of the game. Mahimi's checked in for the Pelicans. And Seattle also making a change. Booker, he's checked in for Patrick Beverley. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Turner's checked in for Green. Pelicans leading by 18. And Liggins kicks to Brown. They get it back. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
At the line for your Pelicans,
He misses the free throw.
DeAndre Liggins.
And the second free throw, good. Booker. It's hauled in by Brown. Here's Burks. Can't get it to fall. Stauskas. That shot is off. And so it's... And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. New Orleans leading by 19. We've got Rose. Mahimi is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Brown in the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Stauskas is checked in for Seattle. As we've seen, many teams play a little bit of a soft zone defensively. It's the best way, you think, Brent, to counteract that when you're trying to run your half-court offense.
Well, the best way to counteract anybody who's softening up on the backside of the zone is to overload that side of the court, Kevin. So now all of a sudden, if you make a shift with more players on one side of the floor, there's no way for 3 to cover 2 on the backside. That's where teams can gain incredible advantage.
Now here's Rose. Brown outside. Kicks to Mahimi. Good work defensively by Turner. Seattle trails by 16. And here's Stauskas from the arc. And another 3 for Seattle.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Dishes it to Stauskas. Everly with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Feeds it to Stauskas. Right wing. Beverly dishes to Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. It's stolen by Rose. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Stolen by Beverly. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Shoots over Brown. And it's good. 2 points. 8 points for Johnson.
Well, Johnson out and sprinting on the floor is something to watch. Determined that time to beat everyone to the bucket.
Here's Love. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Yeah, easy call.
At the line.
I think about it, there's not many times that Kevin Love is out on the floor where he's forcing much of the action. He eases into spots on the floor, is ready to shoot and score. Very natural playing this game.
Booker, he's checked in for Nick Stauskas. Burks with the steal. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Love outside. 6 to shoot. Burks, the pass to Mahimi. Shoots over Turner. And the shot is long. Here's Seattle. They're on a 10-2 run here. And Beverly kicks to Johnson. And stolen by Love. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Mahimi. Second shot opportunity. And the layup good by Love.
I'm appreciating the versatility of Kevin Love in this one. Remarkable finding different ways to score.
No good from Booker. Pelicans leading by 15. Rose gets a wide open look. That falls. Great assist by Love. 8 points for Derrick Rose. No good from Booker.
Now, this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
It's Brown with the drive. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And really, Brown is very talented at nailing shots, even while getting hit. What muscle this guy has.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Ian Mahimi. And then for Seattle, Gallinari, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Green in for Patrick Beverly. Right wing. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. New Orleans making some changes here. Mahimi's checked in for Andre Drummond. And it's DeAndre Liggins in for Derrick Rose. To halt the run. And it's Gallinari laying it in.
How about Devin Booker scanning the floor and finding the right option?
The kick out to Brown. Passes it to Mahimi. Back to Brown. Brown jams it in.
And with time becoming a factor, that may do it, guys.
Well, leads are not given, they are earned. Playing with desire and attention to detail all night.
And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his third foul of the game. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Brown. Johnson, he's checked in for Seattle. Now Burks. He kicks it to Mahimi. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
That's the attack mindset with which they entered the game with, and I wouldn't expect them to let up now.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for New Orleans.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Andre Drummond.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound. That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
And you can tell they're ready to start celebrating a well-deserved victory here tonight.
Yeah, you can see the fans. They've already started celebrating themselves. A gutty performance.
New Orleans making a switch here. Bielitsa's checked in. And the Pelicans making a change here. Biombo's checked in.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Hill. He dishes it to Liggins. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mahimi. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
The masses. If she meet me a penny, gon' drop